challenges up against her. Remember, they've pitted under green unscheduled twice tonight. One where he thought he had a tire going down. The second where he had that early vibration. They also have two different crew members on their crew this week. The Jackman, Spencer Bishop new. The carrier, Andrew Egnisarski, are both new this week. In fact, Daniel telling me they practiced twice this week. It's usually just once or twice a month. He doesn't remember the last time that
41 to go as we get the green.
His entire family is here. They do
And the
not
Coca-Cola 600.
special this weekend is because he barely gets to see them throughout the year. They make the trip for Memorial Day weekend, this race specifically, and so it's just a time he really gets to spend with his family.
See, the 7 car's got his hand out the window. Watch his hand right here.
Took 2 tires, gained positions on pit road, and we're back green.
Restart, 41 to go. Big shove.
Larson and Bell are going to be side by side.
Assist from Kyle Larson.
That's going to help Suarez a little bit.
Still thinking about the weather.
People are going to have to go. I mean, there's no holding back now. You're less than 50 to go with the 600. It's go time. 3 wide.
3 wide down the front straightaway to 2. Redding's clear.
Suarez ahead of Bell.
With his owner, Denny Hamlin, Denny to the top.
Bell swings back to the high lane.
Good speed around the
Hamlin trying to clear Reddick.
Andy's got a run on the 5 down the
A run on Larson, going to try to get third away. As Bell tries to hunt the lead on Suarez. Ooh, Daniel got a block! Hamlin with the run, caution's out. Rain in 1 and 2 apparently.
So our second caution here in this final stage for weather. First for lightning, a very temporary hold there, and now some raindrops. You heard it on the radio. It's been dancing all around.
I don't see anything on the camera lens on Hamlin's car in 1 and 2.
We're on board with the 11. No drops yet. Now, I'm all for the caution we've seen.
Yeah, I'd rather play it safe, but didn't see anything when Hamlin drove through 1 and 2.
Put these spotters around the racetrack for a reason, and they need to be
There's something going on there in the lights. I don't know if you see bugs, but can't tell if there's drops there or not.
The radar looks ominous to the west of us, but hopefully this is just going to be a quick little passing shower. There's definitely a blip of rain. You see the blip, but like the big stuff is northwest of us.
There is nothing on that radar that would indicate that we're going to lose this racetrack. And that's a very optimistic thought for sure, but the radar has been pretty true to us.
The tease of it all, you know.
Noah Gregson climbing the hill. Riley Herbst is at the gas to his outside.
Ooh.
Contact there. That last set of corners with the leaders as well. I'm going to say it was.
Riley's like, he's like mad. He's like, I'm coming down.
Herbst and Gregson having a little tiff there on the exit 4.
Fans down here in the front row waving their hats to the drivers as they go by. Awesome crowd. I couldn't believe last night, I was here for the O'Reilly race. So the truck race rained out on Friday evening. They had rescheduled it for Saturday morning. Fans were here at 7:30 yesterday. The truck race didn't happen. Rains throughout the day. O'Reilly doesn't wrap last night till just short of midnight, and we still had fans here.
Amazing.
They have come out and been unbelievable all weekend long, despite Mother Nature not playing along with us.
I was watching those laps with the 7 car of Suarez out front, and I don't know that I loved what I saw in the last corner right before the caution come out. 7 to the top of the racetrack, checked up pretty hard in the middle of the corners. 20 Odell right in his back bumper, and Denny almost to his inside. So even if we do get to go back green, kind of worry about whether Suarez has enough tire and enough pace in this car to hang on to this lead.
Yeah, there might be some moisture there in turn 4. Here's the camera.
I'm excited to see it. I'm ready to go back green.
Racing has been
Car's still on track.
And the one thing I've always loved about the Coke 600,
Rain tires won't survive a 1.5-mile racetrack.
and you're running to that middle portion of the stage to get your
That's why we only have them for the short tracks. We don't have them for a 1.5-mile track. They would rip apart. They would rip to shreds. There has not been a tire developed for a track bigger than 1 mile in length. It hasn't been developed yet. Oval track bigger than 1 mile in length, I should say.
And Larson jumps in the gas, and then the 7 goes. So you give the 5 a chance to connect to the bumper, and then you throttle up. We do this all the time at Daytona, Talladega, stuff like that. And that allows the 7 to clear the 20, so he can't be side drafted through turns 1 and 2. And
we're so close to the end, too.
Then you get up there behind that 20 and try to get down in the corner. So a bad spot for the 5 to be in right there. A little bit dirty air behind that 7, so he loses second spot to Bell. Go down the front straightaway here. Denny's fighting back there, 3 wide with his teammates. 7 crosses over in front of the 20 and takes a little bit of air away from him, but the 20 gets a good run down the back straightaway. Now watch right here. This is what concerns me a little bit with the 7. We get down in the corner. 7 goes to the middle, but slides up in front of the 20. He's out of the gas. Here comes Denny. Caution comes out. So
what's interesting is they don't have Denny scored ahead of Bell.
It was like the 7 had a little bit of trouble in 3 and 4 with the balance of the car.
Bell was scored second.
Same restart. Just a good little restart between the 7 and the 5. We hadn't really seen anybody launching well enough to clear entirely from the from the front row. Have to try to do it again.
It'll be 35 laps to go.
I've got Ryan Sparks, crew chief for Daniel Suarez. You made the call for 2 tires there. If and when we go back green here, what's your concern with all the guys behind you having 4?
No concern. We were just in a perfect situation to take 2 right there. We saw the guys hang on earlier that did that. So we've got a fast freeway insurance Chevrolet Camaro all night. We've had to overcome a lot. So, you know, super proud of everybody hanging in there, and just appreciate all the men and women that fight for our country and allowing us to come out here and do this every weekend. So I got the best men for the job to see if we can capitalize here. But I'd love to see it rain a little harder here, but I think we're going to get back going. So if we can just net out, we'll be okay.
I was going to ask, I love a crew chief meteorologist perspective. You had the radar up on your computer. You closed it before we went on air. So what is your take on what the weather's going to do?
It's been crazy all weekend. You really haven't been able to predict it. We thought the whole weekend was going to be a washout, and it really hasn't been. It was crazy last night. There's no fog yet, so maybe that'll roll in, and we can top this thing off with a win.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck. Trevor?
Here with Adam Stevens. Adam, you guys have been bad fast all day long, recovered from 2 penalties on pit road, passed more cars than anybody, but now you're in this situation of stop and go. How hard is this for you right now, though, to watch these raindrops coming down in second place?
Gosh, it's tough, but looking at the radar, I think it's going to clear up soon. There's enough cars out there; they should get this thing dried up. And,
Nick Adams wearing the 2019 championship hat.
Confusion there when the lightning happened. Sounded like on the radio, everybody was kind of wondering, is pit road going to be open? You might have made a last-second call to get 4 tires. You think that's going to be enough to get by the 7 car here?
Yeah, the normal protocol is lightning is 30-minute hold, but I guess there's a new rule or procedure that if it's going away and it was a certain distance away, that they don't have to have a hold. So it was precautionary that they wouldn't get more lightning, and here we are. But the last thing as a competitor, you don't want them to open pit road when the caution came for weather, and then that's the end of the day. So that gets all jumbled up. But we're in proper racing order here, and hopefully we can get back after it.
All right, guys, we're ready to go back racing here.
Everyone chat with Cliff Daniels here. What a race it's been.
All right.
Kyle Larson, you predicted the lightning. Can you predict the rain as well, Cliff?
I don't know about that. We're getting a lot of texts from all of our teammates back in the shop and guys that live near here. But yeah, overall solid day for our team. For the HinderCars.com Chevy, Kyle's done a great job. The team's done a great job hanging in there. We haven't had the best short run speed all day, but we've been pretty good middle to the end of the run. So we'll see. With as many laps left as there are, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more just to get a little longer run. But if we run a handful and get another shot to pit, then that's going to put it in our pit crew's hands as well. So we're still in the fight. We're going to keep fighting.
overall, has this been one of the more well-executed races for the 5 team this year?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really hear what you said, but
That's what I was wondering too, but apparently, because it isn't the finish of the race, it's the last scoring loop, so apparently Bell was ahead of Hamlin at the last scoring loop, when the yellow was called, I guess. Yep, 33 to go, as we get the green. Nope, we're going to add a lap.
Larson slotted in there in third. A little bit of
Sprinkles looks like on the back.
the route for the 5 car there down the back straightaway.
See the lights back on.
Lights back on, yeah.
And we're going to come down to pit road this time.
Whoa, how about that?
That's the trend. I mean, it's more than just pacing for a couple laps to see what's going on. It must be some pretty good participation happening around the racetrack.
Ryan Sparks getting what he needed here.
I tell you. Well, there's one little cell that's over us here, and there's another one building at 8 miles. So, I tell you, I've seen it at this track before. Unfortunately, I was on the other end of it. But I love the chance. Now, if you are wondering,
Bringing him down pit road.
Without the pit road being open, that's a rule that NASCAR has implemented this year just for this sort of occasion, because if they would have had to open
Nothing official yet, despite what anybody is saying in chat. Nothing is official yet. We are down pit road at the moment.
a caution flag cycle for whether or not open pit road. They implemented it there, and I think it's a nice little change to the procedure, because you heard Adam Stevens say the last thing you want is to have a pit call determine the finish. You want to at least get the cars fired back up. I'm hoping, though, this rain kind of gets out of here, and
We'll see what happens.
Red flag for rain.
We're under the red with 34 to go.
In the Coca-Cola 600. And now we do our race recap in what's been an unbelievable day at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 3 race ceremonies here at the track. And the Busch family was here and honored. And look at the NASCAR community standing behind them.
Very touching moment.
Remember the missing man formation prior to green, and then once we whip green, a silent lap number 8.
It's holding up number 8. Kyle. First accident of the race. Josh Perry gets loose. Slides down the racetrack. Gets his car tires on it. Get back out on the racetrack. Josh is out there motoring around the Wood Brothers.
One time had that car back in the top 10.
And not so fortunate for the two eccentric. Loose right in front of Bell, goes up. Light contact with the wall, but then right here you're going to see Zilic comes in, nowhere to go. Heavy contact ending both the 88 and the Tuesday. Both drivers were checked and released. They were fine, but heavy contact.
Another driver involved in this, 24 Byron, just barely clips the 2. Hadn't really been that great tonight. Maybe a little damage on this ring as well. And then something you don't see every day, Chase Elliott losing control of the Napa Chevrolet down the back straightaway into the inside wall. Could be the end of the night for Chase.
Hamlin's been good throughout the night. Larson has been able to show his stuff. Briscoe was in it till a crash. Eric Jones has been around. Stage 1 goes to Larson after some really good racing.
More good racing here between teammates, the 19 and Briscoe and Denny Hamlin, but Hamlin dominated a very calm stage 2.
Hamlin's led 75 laps tonight. Into stage 2. All the drivers come down pit road. We honor, we remember our fallen heroes with a moment of silence and an unbelievable drone show here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Catherine Legg doing the double. Unfortunately, has had some issues here tonight after crashing at Indy, but what a feat to try to pull it off in the 2 different cities in the same day.
Yeah, wheel comes off in the 3rd stage there, forcing a yellow flag. And Christopher Bell runs a little bit long for the green flag pit stop. Comes out with fresh tires, storms from 9 seconds back all the way to the lead to win stage 3.
Another accident. 47 of Stenhouse gets in the back of the one of Chastain. Chastain goes for a ride to the inside wall here.
Big hit for the one. That just kind of started the action on the backstretch. That was the hot spot for the next handful of laps. Once again, back straightaway, going to look a lot like the last wreck. The 19 moves down, the 17 moves down the block. There's contact. That'll take out the 60 of Priest, the 19 of Briscoe.
And Josh Berry gets a little bit of this as well. You see him trying to avoid huge contact from the 19 on the inside wall.
Saving grace for Briscoe, 24 stage points before crashing. Said Shane Van Gisbergen's name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job. Been running up front, decided to stay out. He held the lead for one restart, but it was just too much speed in that 20 of Bell, who ended up getting by. And then another set of cycles, the 7 takes a couple tires, gets the front, and then was able to hold the lead on this restart. Great push from the 5.
And that's where we are right now since the rains have come. The 7 of Suarez leads this field.
Interestingly enough, no covers on the race cars.
We're going to try to reach out to Tyler Reddick and see if we can get a word from this guy in the 45. Hey, Tyler Reddick, it's the guy in the booth. You got us?
Hey. Yes, sir. Got you guys.
Well, man, you look pretty good earlier in the night. Need a little track position. How good's the car here?
Well, it seems like our mobile and O'Reilly Auto Parts Camry is really, really good. You know, it's kind of a shame there in stage 3 we kind of fell off. First time we've had that all night, and yeah, we had to fight pretty hard there. You know, I feel like 11 and 20 are really strong. Had to fight Denny really hard there in stage 3, but yeah, man, I just feel like we got to get a really good restart here, and anything is possible here in the closing laps when we get back going.
Yeah, I know you've been waiting on the top of the racetrack to come in, but the bottom's actually been pretty good all night. A little bit different than what we saw last year. What do you think this is?
Yeah, man, it's kind of hard to say. Just, yeah, I don't know if the track's just wearing out enough where that bottom just works a little bit better for 3 and 4. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a big handful. You know, typically that top 1 and 2 comes in and you can rip it, and it's been kind of treacherous all night. But 3 and 4, man, it's just been real rough. It's been hard on us inside the car, but it's been a good, fun handful. It's a great place to have a 600-mile race, that's for sure.
Seen a lot of drivers with tire issues. How have you been managing the right front tire? A lot of guys have had cording issues. How's that going for you?
Yeah, we've been doing pretty good with that. You know, a couple runs early in the race, we were definitely kind of one or the other, but yeah, the guys, Billy Scott and the team's been doing a good job of helping me work through it. You know, help me adjust and do things we need to do. So, feel pretty good about it. Sounds like we're getting ready to go.
We really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. Know it's been a
All
long
right,
night.
they're not going to put the covers on the cars.
But yeah, get done.
They're rolling back to yellow here.
Tyler Reddick.
Sounds like.
Great start to the year for driver 45, the 5 victories,
Yep.
championship lead.
Firing back up. Sounded like.
Looks like we're getting ready to go racing again. Continue to monitor the red flag, and when we go back to caution, in the meantime, let's go down to Danielle and the fellas.
Thanks so much, Double A. Still under the red flag here with 34 laps to go.
Oh, they just fired the cars there for a second.
Watching these cars sit on pit road, it is hot, it is muggy, and if we go back green, it's going to be a shootout to the finish. What is going through the driver's mind sitting on pit road right now?
Well, I mean, you're hot. You've been sitting in the car.
Right now,
really
Suarez.
strapped in tight for 5 hours.
Daniel Suarez is the leader. Took 2 tires on the last pit stop. They gave him the track position.
Shut these things off. It's raining. It's terrible. I sat in both positions. I sat there as the person.
And they lifted the red.
And if this thing rains, you get it. And I've been the person saying, "Come on, we can race in anything. Let's just go." I think a genius call by Ryan Sparks. It puts them in this position. I hear the cars moving though, and the rain is just drizzling. I think we're gonna get some more racing in.
I seen they flipped the light first, so I was like, yeah, we're back with the yellow.
For a crown jewel race, we've got the 20 in the mix. You get the 45 in the mix, trying to win 6 out of the first 13 races, which would be an incredible feat. Who knows what's going to happen to finish this race off? If what we saw up to this point is any indication, I think what you just said is brilliant. I think these folks, all the drivers, got to reset here. And I think the intensity level is going through the roof. The last look at the radar I got, there were still a couple little cells. This could be a 5, 6, 10 lap shootout. They might not even get 33. If it's 33 though, still what we've seen today is 3 wide, diving, risking, sliding the cars, all the cautions thrown to the wind to get this win. Well, we've had 550 miles of give and take. Now it is nothing.
I'm over 12 hours on stream, guys. 12 hours, 15 minutes so far. Did just cross 12:16 actually, since I started the stream with the Indy pre-race, or technically the end of the truck race, but.
I think we might have just seen some lightning out there. I mean, this is it, guys. It's time to go.
A reminder, however we settle the score here tonight in the Coca-Cola 600, Amazon Prime with a full 1-hour live post-race show. Dale and Stevie coming back down to the desk to break it all down, boys. Let's see how this all shakes out.
Lights back on the pace car. Unfortunately, I thought we were coming to green, and it was going to be interesting because after sitting on pit road, I didn't know if you could get the tires cleaned up in the half of lap. But now they'll have a lap and a half to kind of work those tires in for this launch.
Yeah, NASCAR's trying their hardest to get us back to green and just being patient, being conservative. I like it. I am curious.
I want to see this. It'd be nice to see this thing finish at a green. We've been fighting everything, so.
I think the cars will be capable of a whole lot more grip, a lot more.
It'd be worth it if we can actually finish it under green, you know.
So, yeah, that fastest lap right there currently could be. Ty Gibbs has it lap 3:14. I think we're getting ready to see another fast lap set.
Yes, sir.
Fans are loving it. Sellout crowd. Guys staying till the end. I have a feeling this finish will get them their money's worth.
Well, we saw a heck of a finish up in Indy earlier today, so.
In half of them, it's a who's who. Guys that have won championships, won big races. You expect to always be there. And then there's some other drivers looking for a little bit of an upset special in a crown jewel race. Logano trying to get back on track. He's in the top 10.
Lights out on the pace car again. So
All right, we're going to try this again. 31 to go. Lights off on the pace car.
Right, we have Suarez leading, but we have that outside of Bell. Hamlin,
31 to go.
Smith continuing that great run. Ryan Blaney back in the mix.
Executing restarts. So key at this place. Suarez in charge. Going to be 31 to go.
Yeah, we should be thankful that we've got the racing that we've been able to get in this entire weekend. The way the weekend started out, we didn't think we were going to get anything in this weekend, so. You know what? I'll root Riot, but Zane Smith, guys. Zane Smith. I'm cheering out that 38 car. Come on, Zane. Come on, Zane. Taking Larson 3 wide. Hamlin wants second. Can't quite get there. 30 to go. 3-0. Suarez leads the 3 Toyotas through 1 and 2.
Right to the outside, down the back straightaway. Here comes a 45, Reddick to the inside of Denny.
Dane Smith all over Kyle Larson.
Running the 7 down for the lead. 2 wide behind him, Bell.
And here comes Ty Gibbs back in the mix.
So
Gibbs thought about going to the outside of Larson, but Larson shuts the door.
Closing in on the 7th.
Ooh, Ryan and Zane battle.
12 of Blaney to the inside.
Blaney gonna take that spot.
Blaney making a move on Gibbs.
Ooh, Hamlin and Bell after Suarez.
There as well.
Ooh, contact.
11 and 20 get together.
That was pretty heavy. Denny to the inside. Bell hard into throttle. Nowhere to go with that 7 in front of him.
Suarez doing a great job of playing defense.
And the yellow is out. Possible sprinkles in turn 2, and oh yeah.
And the rain's giving him a chance. I mean, you get one big shower that can make this thing official, and he could be able to finish the deal as strong as he's been on these restarts.
The Gibbs teammates could never kind of figured it out. I think if they got single file, they had a chance. But right here, the 20 has a great run. So kind of, I call it incidental because I don't think anybody meant. I think the 20 was coming down, the 11 was coming up, but it was heavy contact between the two.
We were going to have a hell of a shootout here if we could actually get this thing green.
Hard racing.
And now it's raining heavy here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Sure is.
Oh, it's pouring.
Wow.
This is.
Well, they're
I
gonna
don't know, this might be it though.
They're going to lose the track quickly. So they'll probably get them on the pit
Especially
road.
1 and 2.
There is a lot of room behind this, though, as you see, Southwest. I think NASCAR will give it their best effort to try to get more racing or complete the show tonight. It's 11:30. I don't know how long they'll try to work to get this in.
What a night for Suarez.
But we'll see. Nothing official yet.
About the
So,
adversities that he's faced and how they've stayed in the game.
oh yeah. We lost the track now.
Ryan Sparks is
For sure.
113 starts on top of the pit box for a handful.
Raining hard down there, down the back.
Never won a race. Suarez 2 wins in his career, 335 starts. And I don't want to call it the Cinderella season because I think Spire's been building towards this. But you know they won that first race with Justin Haley in a weather situation down in Daytona. They won that second race just a few weeks ago with Hocevar at Talladega. To think that
No
they
call
could get
yet.
that third win, the second of the year with Suarez would be just an. I mean, I don't think even Spire could have thought 2 wins in a year.
Now let's think about what they're probably thinking about. As hard as it's rained and you've lost the track, it's completely soaked. If it stopped right now, you've got an hour and a half of work to do before you even think about getting this thing going again. How much more, and it's got to stop for that to start, that to begin. So this is at least a 2-hour process, well into the 2 a.m. to try to restart this race.
I think the question's going to be, because I think he's almost stopped.
And it's a very short band.
Right.
There's a lot of room behind it. It's kind of really up to NASCAR.
Oh, and it's not stopped in this camera. I mean, it's pouring right here over the 7 car.
You know, I go back to NASCAR Live before we went green tonight, and Suarez was on the desk with Danielle and others. And he talked about everything Kyle Busch had meant to him and how he reached out to him and how he mentored him, and they were teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing. Spent 2 years together there in Cup. But Suarez would go over and run the truck occasionally at KBM, pick up a victory there. Kyle would call him in 2015 when he was going to tracks he had never been to before, help him with his craft.
I remember that race he mentioned at Michigan, his first Xfinity win.
You and I did it in the booth.
Passing Kyle. I was like, nobody does that, right?
We're under the red now.
In Xfinity or a rally series was automatic. And that was a big day for Daniel to pass somebody who was
No word yet, so nothing is official yet.
appreciated.
And I'm gonna there's going to be a lot of comments.
Yep, they called it.
The race is about
It's over.
Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez has won the Coke 600.
What a tribute to Kyle Busch.
The biggest win in Daniel's career. He's won a crown jewel. What a call. What a call. 2 tires. Dow came by. I seen Larson came by. Way to go, amigo.
What a call by Ryan Sparks, but you got to give the driver a lot of credit as well on those several restarts, Daniel. I know you said in our pre-race show you've thought about it since Thursday. How badly did you want this one for Kyle?
This one really means a lot. This one really means a lot. I've been saying for years that this is my favorite race of the year. You know, I get to have my family here every year. This is most of the time the only race that I get to come, and it's been a very tough week. You know, Cal, he was special, man. This one is for Cal, for Samantha, for Braxton, for Lennox.
There was no way we were going to have the time. I mean, it's about half hour to midnight. There's no way they'd get it in.
Two that were on our pre-race.
I think they made the right call with as much time as it was going to take to dry the track. They made the right call.
Every win is special. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Jimmy Johnson in with a hug.
But definitely this one has a special flavor because of Cal. This one is for him. If it wasn't for Cal, I wasn't going to be an Xfinity champion. I wasn't going to have my shot in the Cup Series and be able to win.
They absolutely made the right call here. There was no way they could have gotten it in.
More meaningful than that.
Once it started raining that hard, it's like once they lost the track, it's like, yeah, that's it.
It's been a second, right? But you know, first win with the Spire Motorsports, freeway insurance on the car. Cesar Soriano, the CEO of Freeway Insurance, is here. Just unbelievable. The team did an amazing job.
We only had 27 laps left, so.
But they put us in contention, and we executed well.
I got to ask you how you did it because they had 2 shots at you with 4 fresh tires on your 2.
The car was fast. We were having some issues, but we knew all weekend that the car had plenty of speed.
You got a bow for us coming up in a little bit, Daniel?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, I want to thank everyone, Freeway Insurance, all our partners, Chevrolet, HMS Power, so many people that makes this program as successful as it is.
I know you wanted it for Kyle Busch, and Daniel Suarez pulls it off. What a call by Ryan Sparks, but what a drive for Daniel Suarez at the end of that race. He wins the Coca-Cola 600.
Career win number 3 for Daniel Suarez. And boy, did he work hard to earn it tonight. He was on NASCAR Live with you.
Well, we didn't quite make it. A little short of the 1,100 miles, but
discussing his relationship and the deep
I was here for them both, like I wanted to.
Kyle Busch, how fitting that on the day we honor Rowdy's passing, a man he believed in many years ago when he first came
as
to
I said,
to try to make it. Here
this
is a
Coke's for Kyle.
driver winds up winning the Coca-Cola 600.
And look who finished behind him. Hamlin, Reddick, Larson, Gibbs, Blaney, Logano. He earned that.
Yes.
That last restart, I think we were all sitting here thinking, oh boy, he's a sitting duck. Perfect through the gears. Just super aggressive, blocked when he needed to. He earned this one.
Well, and for me, just seeing the emotion of Team Spire. And when we started that team across the street in the Alan Quickie building with the 7 car with Ryan Sparks.
Yeah.
I know how hard those guys have worked.
I could have brought that up too, Mark. Yeah, Spire is the first Chevrolet team to have more than one of their drivers win this season.
Daniel Suarez, I mean, we talked to him before the race, but he truly is one of my favorite people in the garage. And no, you can just see that embrace with him and Julia after the race and how much it means to those guys. So super excited to talk to him later. We got fireworks going in the background. We're gonna have some fireworks going on at the desk at our post-race show. I can promise you that with Daniel and the fellas.
Yes, a lot of great guests going to stop by. This is a big one, AA, a crown jewel, and the 34-year-old Monterrey, Mexico native is your Coke 600 winner.
A popular victory. All the other drivers coming over and offering their congratulations. Much more post-race reaction on the way. It's our NASCAR Live post-race presented by Mobile One.
The biggest win of Suarez's career.
Charlotte Motor Speedway on Memorial Day weekend in the Coke 600. Crown Jewel race. And it's Daniel Suarez, after a strategy call with the track position, holding off some of the best. And when the rains came, he was out front, and he collects his 3rd career victory. Daniel Suarez celebrating a win in the Coca-Cola 600, and we're all today celebrating the life of Kyle Busch.
You had your dominant time. You had your dominant time. You know, remind you of Jeff Gordon in the 90s and Jimmy Johnson in the 2010s.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form.
You had your time. It's time for another rise, another era.
Jack Ryan, what do you know about Stonic?
Do you mean an unsanctioned black ops team designed for psychological warfare, assassinations? Let's shut it down.
The decision to take 2 tires wins you the 600.
Is coming. You ready?
Let's go cause an incident.
Jack Ryan, Coast War, rated R, now streaming on Prime Video.
The engines roar, the crowd screams, and the day is set to perfect. A celebration of life, liberty, and the pursuit of speed.
Lucky to do this thanks to all the people that sacrificed for it.
That's why we stand with pride and
A
reverence.
little post race here.
The men and women whose sacrifice and commitment makes our pursuit possible. Together with Coca-Cola, NASCAR salutes.
Welcome to NASCAR Live from Victory Lane, presented by Mobile One. Heavy rain continues to fall here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but happy tears falling for your winner, Daniel Suarez. Climbing out of the car now in Victory Lane, a long time coming. His last victory in the Cup Series, Atlanta, in February 2024. Marking 82 starts in between, his first with his new team Spire Motorsports, crew chief Ryan Sparks, his wife Julia, expecting their first child later this fall. The embrace in Victory Lane, the smile, really says it all. Danielle Trotta alongside NASCAR Hall of Famer Carl Edwards and NASCAR driver Corey LaJoie. On such a difficult day as we mourn the loss of Kyle Busch, I feel like for the first time maybe in 75 hours, it's okay to smile. That puts a smile on your face, and I think Kyle is somewhere smiling right now too.
Well, how about the rain just filling the whole first part of the week? It broke, the sun shined down on the Busch family. We got this race in, and here we are finishing in the rain with just a wonderful winner, a family story that's beautiful. I think it was.
Well, there's no coincidences in life, you know, and I think that this rain falling and allowing Daniel to win this race isn't coincidence. Like, we saw Toyota have a struggle this race from the drop of the green until the very end, and then you know, Sparks. Daniel did an unbelievable job. Not once, but twice. The best cars in the field and caught the rain at the right time. And it was the right call. You always wonder, is this rain? Is it too much? Can we get the track dry? Guys, it's rain. Like, the track is lost. They made the right call, and the right guy for today won.
They did. They ultimately made the right call. We were not getting this race in. They tried. You know, I give them credit. They tried. But once
just holding my breath those last few laps for Daniel Suarez.
once it really started coming down, it was like it was gone.
Freight trained on that start. He did his job perfectly. That is so hard to do when you know the guys behind you are talented with better tires and everything on the line. Just an amazing job.
Well, he was up here, right? We did our little interchange, and we jumped back onto the pre-race stage, and I was like, how do you feel today? He said, I got a good one.
Oh, he liked his car.
He said, I got a good one.
Oh.
And sure enough, he had a good one that counted.
Muy bueno.
No need to apologize, though. I appreciate you being here, wanting to at least watch me, you know.
Just shy of the full distance because of rain. Daniel Suarez holding off a freight train of Toyotas, which, guys, is still shocking to me. I mean, you would think Bell, Hamlin, Reddick would be in victory lane tonight.
And in 11th, I think one of the biggest stories tonight, Shane Van Gisbergen earning some oval credentials here, some oval applause.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it takes a couple more pages to get to that 19 of Chase Briscoe, one of my favorites leading into this race, and was second, third, fourth in stage points, gets caught up in that wreck down the backstretch. Still comes up with 27 points, but still pretty much the story of that 19 team.
And how about Ty Gibbs had tonight's Xfinity fastest lap and will earn a point in the NASCAR Cup Series driver standings. Speaking of Toyotas and those Joe Gibbs freight trains, how about that restart with 31 laps to go? Now, NASCAR would call the race just a few laps later, but 29 to go, guys. Behind Daniel Suarez, heavy contact between two teammates and Denny Hamlin and Christopher Bell. How did that change the complexity of this finish?
Well, you watch Chris Bell, he needed one more corner. And the difference between getting kind of side draft, bogged down up at turn 2 with his teammate was the difference of him probably choosing the bottom and passing Suarez for the lead. So
Unfortunately, we couldn't end it under green. I would have liked to seen it end under green, but you can't have them all finish under green, so.
That's not how it goes, man.
Only 3 people took the prediction that actually won.
Storm cell that was coming, so everyone is out for themselves, and Suarez was perfectly slid up in front of Bell. I don't know if Denny was just going for the aggressive, side draft or whatever, but obviously misjudged a little bit. But all those pieces, like you said, there are no accidents.
Is that why you said to me his spotter just won him the race? Was that moment?
Right, because Suarez would. We saw that move go wrong tonight. We saw people slide up in front and just it ruined everything. So Suarez's spotter or Suarez made that decision, slide up, made the block. That was the block that won the race.
Frank Kimmel, let's give him some flowers. He's up top of the roof for Suarez.
Daniel Suarez's spotter. Denny Hamlin, what a strong car tonight, has to settle for third. He's standing by now with Kim.
And Denny Hamlin comes home in the 3rd position. Denny, that last restart opportunity you had, as you think back on it, would you have done anything differently to try and get the lead?
The 7 was washing up. I was on the bottom, and so it just, dang it, I was a little unlucky. And I mean, obviously, me in the 20 was just really battling hard because we know it's whoever could clear. But I thought car was really fast and could make moves and kept getting beside the 20, but just couldn't quite clear him and make move on the 7. And it looked like he was struggling a little bit as well, but. Dang it. We were really, really good all day. I thought we were at our best when it really mattered at the end. Just didn't get to see it through.
Podium finish for Denny Hamlin.
Christopher, you had a crazy day. Went to the back 2 times, drove to the front, one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. I know you've won races from rain before, but losing one's got to be tough under these circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, it's opposite of what happened to me whenever I won, but I honestly think they made the right call. It's really late. Just a bummer. It wasn't meant to be today, and it's 2020 of course.
Is there anything on that final restart you'd love to do over again if you could go back?
Yeah, I knew after the first restart, I knew that he couldn't get clear, and I was gonna have to, stay beside him, and I don't know, I couldn't stay beside him, and he cleared me, and once he cleared me, I knew it was gonna be a really tough pass with it being a short run. If we would have had all the laps, he was gonna block like hell, and probably he did a good job blocking, but he won the race.
Christopher Bell, the hard-fought day coming up just short.
Wow. You can see visible frustration right there in Christopher Bell's voice and face.
Well, and he alluded back to 2024 when he was the recipient of the rain situation, won the Coca-Cola 600. I hope when he gets back home, he thinks about what happened today. He's in a good position in points. I think he's in a safe position. I think their car was lights out fast. When they were talking with about 70 to go, 60 to go, you listened to him on the radio, he sounded confident. Him and Adam Stevens were communicating well. I think they have a lot to build on here. I think it's a very positive day for that 20 team.
And he's sitting 8th in the point standings right now, but against Chris Bell standards, he feels like he should be up in the mix with Tyler Reddick in that same conversation as Denny. and we all believe and know that he can. But it's just nights like today, they can't quite get over the hump when they feel like they're right there.
But I go back to that time, I just kind of stumbled into their hauler right after practice. They were really struggling. And so if looking from the outside, I'm thinking this team, all 4 of those JGR cars were up there, 1, 2, 3, 4 for a large portion of this race. They have an ability to tune the car, to react to difficulty, to put a great handling fast race car out on these mile-and-a-halves. I think that bodes well for the entire rest of the season.
Let me ask you this. Perhaps you saw Coach Gibbs there, right there to grab Bell and talk to him. Is there frustration in the camp now that has to be worked out because 2 teammates made contact, and maybe that's where they allowed Suarez to maintain that lead? What is that like?
Well, you've
worked at Gibbs.
You've had those conversations.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in when you're in the battle, it looks different than it does from the outside. And right now, I've had enough conversations with Coach Gibbs. He knows how rare 4 cars being that fast. He knows how rare that is. He knows how rare it is to have teammates that work together like they do. He's only had it, a few times in his whole NASCAR career. I guarantee you, Coach is trying to make sure everyone understands this is very special. We are very good. This is rare, and that's I bet that's what Coach is preaching.
All Bell can think of right now is that he finished second, and he had a shot to win. And I understand Coach wanting to smooth it over, but you saw a pretty frustrated Christopher Bell. How about Coach's grandson, Ty Gibbs? A great run tonight. He's standing by now with you.
Ty Gibbs comes home in the 6th position, and at one point in the race, your crew chief Tyler Allen elected to keep you out. You weren't one of many cars to do it. Everybody else taking tires. Thinking back on that, had you come down pit road, do you think maybe a different ending for you and the team?
Yeah, obviously I want to just say my condolences to Samantha Brexton and Lennox, and I just want to know that we're all there for you. But yeah, it was unfortunate. Obviously, we were in first, so like the worst time you can be in first, and everybody's going to just do the opposite on the strategy, and that's just what happened. And I think if we would have pitted, everybody would have stayed out. So just unfortunate how it worked out. But we were really fast today, and I would have loved to have won that race, and I thought we were really capable of doing it. And got the lead at the end, and just unfortunate. But I just want to say thank you to my team, Monster and Help. Mitch Covington, I want to say thank you to Johnny and Justin Brady, my trainers, and Oakley, and everybody there. It helps me out. So it was a fun day, a lot of fun laps of racing, and everybody was on edge. And we came for 6, so let's go on the next one.
The Charlotte Oval is back in the chase. Thinking about that and how strong your car was today, how optimistic does it make you when we return here in the fall?
Yeah, I want to get kicked their ass here in a couple of months. We'll be good.
I love that confidence.
Okay,
Well,
Ty Gibbs.
I'll tell you what else we saw there. You start looking at Tim. Don't look now, but Ty Gibbs is 4th in points, and that was one of the Achilles heel for that 54 team. Their floor was so low on their bad days. A bad day now for their 54 is a top 10 run. And that's what it takes to be a team champion.
And won already this season.
Of course. Thank you, Prime, for doing post-race, because all the viewers get to see what I saw sitting on pit wall over there. Ty Gibbs, I've been on the Ty Gibbs train for a while, but I haven't seen him that light. He feels good. He's like, oh yeah, we could have won. We're going to win. We're going to be great. We're feeling good. That level of confidence to see him after this event with that, I think it's really cool.
Maybe that first career win a few weeks ago will do it to you. A bit more relaxed. How about the man that's won 5 this year, had a shot at 6? Marty Snyder standing by with Tyler Reddick.
Well, what a wild night for Tyler Reddick. Dominant at times, winds up in the 4th place. But I want to know kind of what happened in that stage 3, because it seemed like you were in a great spot, Tyler. What happened?
Yeah, just unfortunate timing. Our Mobile One Rally Auto Parts Camry was really good all night, and just the one run that kind of got away from us just was the end of that stage 3. And ultimately, that's kind of what put us in that spot, 4th to 7th for whenever those restarts with just a few of the delays at the end there. So yeah, just tough. It's just tough. I've come here and ran really good a number of years. Probably the most we've led in the Coca-Cola 600, and I know we're racing for points. There's a couple on the calendar where it's all about the win. This is one of them, so this one just stings. But on the other hand, the more important hand, just really hope that the Busch family can really get through this. I hope the support that they saw from everybody here today over the last couple of days can really help them heal and move forward. So I thoughts and prayers with the Bush family, and I hope today and this weekend they got to see how much we stand behind them, and we're going to be there to support them as they go through this.
Well put. I want to ask you about those final few restarts. Were you and Bell and Hamlin thinking Suarez is up there on 2 tires? Surely we're going to be able to pass him.
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the race, I believe it was Zane Smith did a really good job on 2 tires, and kind of the same thing. This track is difficult, and some of those cars that get stuck mid-pack probably better than they realize. And I didn't get to race around Daniel really at all tonight, so I didn't know what his strengths and weaknesses were, and it seemed like Christopher was getting close to being able to make a move on him, but yeah, it seemed like the 2 tires can hang on for a little bit. But yeah, all in all, just unfortunate that this one was rain shortened, but it's done. We'll move on to Nashville.
This 45 team keeps stacking good days. Winds up being 4th for Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick will maintain the points lead. Just another really solid run. But our next guest, boys, the best oval run of his NASCAR Cup Series career. An average running position tonight in the Coca-Cola 600 of 7.81. Again, his best ever on an oval. Spent 329 laps tonight inside the top 10, his most ever in a race, and led 11 laps, also the best ever on an oval. We welcome in driver Shane Van Gisbergen of Trackhouse. Congratulations, buddy. 11th place finish.
Yeah, I've been pissed with the 11th. It was an awesome day. They did a good job getting the car better and better, and all the guys from Superfire were here, so it was really cool to have them. And yeah, once it started up in front, it was cool to stay there and burn, and yeah, just felt confident all day, and really fun to run up front. And my car seemed to like being up by the wall, and it was pretty awesome.
Really amazing to watch. And I mean, this whole process, I mean, you came out of nowhere. I met you at Nashville a couple years ago before the Chicago racing. I mean, you came to a new series. I mean, you had to learn the English language quickly. You were driving on ovals. You're doing all these things.
Yeah, English?
I did. Whatever you were speaking.
This is just different to mine.
That's what you meant. Hey, seriously though, has this been a slow, steady gain, or have there been a couple things that you've learned lately that are like, oh, light bulb?
There's a lot of light bulb moments still, but I think I'm quite a conservative person or driver still, and I really benefit from the longer practice as well. I think that really helps. A couple sets of tires and more time on track, and get to experiment with things. I think that really helps me, and yeah, but it's just taking time. It's so different, this kind of racing, and I still learn something every week.
Man, it's been so fun to watch you come over here. You joined Stacking Pennies the week before Chicago. Before you arrived, and now nobody has beat you at a road course ever since. But to see your evolution going as a rookie in the Xfinity Series, and then you do the rookie in the Cup Series, and I talk to you often, I consider you a friend, of how grueling the rookie season was. But towards the end of the year, you started to figure it out. And now I felt like it all kind of came to fruition here tonight because, dude, I was beaming. Proud of, like a little brother proud of you tonight, dude. You were so fun to watch. You held your own. You led laps in the biggest, hardest race of the year, buddy. So how did it feel after?
I mean, when I took the lead from the 54, I might have cheered a little bit. So you can probably hear that on the in-car camera, but it was awesome. And then, it worked out different. But yeah, it's just been good progression, and I got such a good group of people, not only at Trackhouse, but on the 97 car. And just every week, it's so fun going to the racetrack. And I feel like we're just building and building.
So obviously you didn't hear him, but Ross, he got caught up in a crash. He had some massive compliments for you during the race. Trevor asked him, does it surprise you, SVG running? And he says no, because you are in there putting the work in each and every week. It's not a surprise to see you sitting here having success, but it was a surprise that Trackhouse came out of the gate so sluggish. What's it look like in the trenches, trying to refine your sim, trying to find little tiny gains that sets you up for a night like tonight?
It's hard because it's a real momentum sport, and it's every single week, and when you're beating yourself up every week, and especially Connor, I feel for Connor, he's had a really tough start, and yeah, it makes it pretty difficult, but I feel like the vibe is really good. Everyone's still positive, and we've tried a lot of stuff starting at Texas, and I think it's just incremental gains. There's no miracle. You're not going to find it overnight. It's hard work and trying stuff.
And Shane, you're a very outwardly humble person, and I have to imagine this has been a fire hose and a lot of new things going on, but Do you feel confident at these ovals yet, honestly, or do you feel like you're still learning?
I'm still learning, like Bristol and Dover and those tracks. I'm at the back struggling. Like they're just so tough, and I'm getting better a little bit, but there's no room for error, and the leader comes quick at those tracks. So it's been tough, but yeah, these bigger tracks I'm getting better. Short tracks I'm pretty decent. But yeah, as I said, I still have a lot.
Hey, Mark.
Well, Shane, I know you're pissed off about 11th because you deserve
What's
to
the raid?
mention that. I know you got
Yeah, I'm getting ready to head up here myself, so. But I had to get some at least a couple of the post-race stuff.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun to race you today too.
Yeah, it was. We were racing like on the trucker. That feels like a week ago now. I forgot that.
You forgot that you raced Shane in the truck race earlier today?
It feels like it was 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was a long weekend.
Yeah.
I also have to think this is a big shot in the arm for Trackhouse racing. I know it's been somewhat of a struggle and some positive momentum as we enter Nashville next weekend. Shane, thanks so much for stopping by, buddy. Proud of you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Best performance by Shane Van Gisbergen on an oval in his NASCAR Cup Series career, and he did in fact know English when he came over here from New Zealand.
You
Carl.
speak so well. It's just beautiful.
No, you react too, dude? Awesome. I'd love that more and more people do that. Honestly. I mean, I've been doing it now since 2019, and I love that more and more people are doing it.
What have you started?
They definitely, it's definitely the way we need to be doing it. The way we should be going.
He's done it again! Bell has driven to victory again! How about that? That check is for $1 million!
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the Big Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Yeah, that looks pretty good, but do you still get bottomless chips and salsa? Okay, and what about a bottomless drink? Sure, but answer this. Is Chili's Big Crispy Sandwich bigger than McDonald's McCrispy? Oh, well, yeah, that is way bigger. So all of that deliciousness is still just $10.99? Oh, fast food is not gonna
Yeah,
like
I think I'm,
is the best $10.99 you can eat.
I think I'm ready to head out here, you know? I think it's time.
Take pride in maintaining your own cars. Harbor Freight
Hell of a day.
offers quality auto tools to
Hell of a
make
day,
every
I'll
need
say
at
that, but
prices that can't be beat.
today was the beginning of the healing.
Jacks to mechanics tool sets. Whatever
We
you
move
need,
on to Nashville.
we got it. Whatever you do it for less. Harbor Freight, your automotive destination.
Before I go, though,
Here is reducing chaos. Alexa, play House of the Dragon. This is a painting.
we got about 4 minutes to midnight.
Fire TV with Alexa Plus,
Memorial
designer
Day.
frames, and free museum-worthy art. It's not just a smart TV; it's an art TV.
Well, let's not forget what this weekend really is about.
The people could use a hero.
Let's keep that in mind as we move on. As I end all my streams, people. Oh wait. Wait. Do we get a bow? Daniel? Did we get it?
And his third Cup victory overall. What a fantastic job, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Steve.
I was hoping to see the image of it. I'm sure he did it though, but as long as you love to do it, Mark, the audience, you'll eventually build your audience. I mean, I've got guys in here that are regulars that have been here since I started doing it through different name changes too. So just keep at it. Keep at it. My biggest advice that I would give is do it because you want to do it. Do it because it's something you want to do. Don't just do it because, oh, I'm trying to do this. No, do it because you like to do it. Make it your own.
Late into these runs, late into these stages. I love when a crown jewel tests every aspect of the team in the game, and I think that's what we saw here. I thought the best cars had a chance. I think the fastest.
You know what, Yellow?
Didn't win the race, and that's perhaps
That might be the best way to end it. So I will do my usual. I don't know if I could. I have to go down here so you can actually see me on camera, but I'll do my usual piece.
but
Take the headphones off.
few laps, it wasn't lacking any other aspect of what I consider a full test.
And take a bow.
We got pretty close to the full distance. Catherine Legg
Peace out,
wishes
guys.
she got a little bit closer